And SOTU, a coalition of civil society organizations, lamented that most African presidents prefer to speak to Western media, hence denying their citizens vital information on development, political and socio-economic issues in their countries. The African Union Commission says it will engage the leaders on the need for a free media and an informed citizenry. Sarah Kimani filed this report.
Told a story in a better way in terms of content.
A meeting of minds determined to change the African narrative.
The editors here are very senior, they are the decision makers, and this has been very helpful because we feel that going forward they will be able to implement the commitments that they're making. What we have seen is that there is no shortage of willingness on the part of African media to communicate African development.
We could see the passion, the interest. People have been waiting for this for such a long time. It's just that they needed an avenue in which to express themselves.
For me, it is a great start. It's a little bit late, but it is a great start.
Frank conversations.
Leaders of Africa don't want to let the media tell their stories. They are hostile to the media. They don't trust the media. And so it's difficult to tell someone's story when the person is not willing to let out and be truthful with you.
The newsmakers must be available. I'm talking about ordinary Africans. I'm talking about business, particularly the leaders themselves, to always avail themselves when we want to ask hard questions or when we want information.
Africa needs to start telling its story better, and that the media, we must take leadership.
The end goal, to demystify the African Union, a 50-year-old continental body charged with the mandate of bringing together Africans and African leaders to fight poverty, disease and ignorance, yet one that is greatly misunderstood.
It's amazing how much they do and how much it is relevant to communities that we serve, to many of our citizens. So we feel that if they can have a stronger working relationship with us, then we are able to understand more.
The editors and the African Union Commission, under the stewardship of SOTU, a coalition of civil societies working in Africa, agreed to form an African Editors Forum beginning from the 5 African regions and to engage the Commission more in telling the African story.
Once the member states develop that kind of a friendly atmosphere with the media, you will see it ascending to the African Union.
Because who best to tell the African story than the Africans themselves? Sarah Kimani, SABC News, Accra, Ghana.